This is Sport Night Amplified with Andile. Okay. 6 till 7 p.m. Powered by SABC Sports. Let's go.
Your clue is very simple as to what our conversation is today. Very simple. It is exactly 10 years ago, on the 11th of November, 2012. It is one of the saddest days in South African football, but one that South African football does not remember. Do you? Exactly 10 years ago now, the 11th of November 2012, one of the saddest days in South African football. A day that most don't remember, including South African football itself. We speak about that day here today. Let's take a break. When we come back, taking some of your voice notes on 060-552-7303. Give us a call, 089-110-3377.
Powered by SABC Sports. Let's go.
Maybe today you learn of a moment that you didn't know, which is always a good thing because we enjoy learning here. Last week, what a moment we had. Dr. Khumalo on the show, Herman Kelelo on the show, Mark Anderson on the show, and the Throwback Thursday was Isbebeto, which is now obviously a popular goal-scoring mechanism where people skyrocket and they do all sorts of acrobatics in the name of Bebeto. This week, we're Samba. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome my guest. If you didn't know him, you'll never forget him after today. Here's a reveal.
Sport Night Amplified. Weekdays, 6 till 7 p.m. on Metro FM.
Hey, my name is Kopano Sekgobela. I'm your guest on Throwback Thursday at Sports Night Amplified with Andile. Congratulations to those who got my name right and hard luck to those who didn't get my name right. I'm honored to be on the show. My name is Kopano Sekgobela on Throwback Thursday.
This is Sport Night.
Now you ask yourself, who is Kopano Sekgobela, former Polokwane City attacking midfielder? The reason you don't know him, the reason you never heard his name is because on that day that I speak to you about, on the 11th of November 2012, Kopano Sekgobela, a promising young player playing for Polokwane City at the moment, at the time 22 years old, had just completed a game against FCAK 10 years ago, remember, so FCAK was still a team. They had just drawn that match 1-1. And these names, Khomotso Mpakatsane, Moeketsi Ntete, Mojalefa Mputi, Koketso Takalla were all part of his team. They just finished a professional match. That's how the game ended, 1-1. That's how the day started. Young players who are playing to get into the DStv Premiership. Right? But that's not how the day ended. He sits here with me today, Kopano Sekgobela, because how that day ended is the reason that he sits across me right now in a wheelchair. It's a reason that the names that I've just read out, Khomotso, Moeketsi, Mojalefa, and Koketso, are no longer with us. Kopano.
Andile.
You're a big smile, man. Big smile.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I don't even know where to begin with today's Throwback Thursday, but what I've always known is I've always wanted to tell the story of that day. And thank you for honoring us and coming all the way from Polokwane to come and join us here today. We're going back 10 years. Can you believe it's been 10 years?
Yes, I do believe, Andile. I do believe, yes, it's 10 years. That day we play a game against the FC again, then after game we draw 1-1, then after that, then...
But before even the match, what do you remember about waking up that day? What do you remember about how that day was for you? What do you remember about, before the match even? What were you thinking? What were you hoping? What were the dreams of young 22-year-old Kopano?
My dreams was to see myself playing PSL or maybe Europe. For that day, the day we went to play, I was thinking about FCAK only. I was thinking about that game only.
And then tell me about the match.
About the match, FCAK scored first, then we equalized at the end of the game, 92.
63rd minute the goal came. I
Yeah.
think they scored. The 89th minute and 63rd minute. Those were the two goals. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we drew 1-1. Then Chairman was on trip. Then
So you drew 1-1 in a game that was tough for you guys.
yeah, it was tough.
The game ends. What does the coach say? I mean, what's the conversation after the game?
Now after the game, we just went to the dressing room. Then we took a shower. After that, I was going home. Then some of the guys they called me. They said, Chairman said we're going to clubhouse. We're going to have a meeting because he was not happy.
This was at
about the way we
the
play.
so the match was at the Oscar Peta Stadium, right?
Yeah,
In Mangwe.
At Mangwe, University of Limpopo. Yeah.
At the University of Limpopo. So the chairman calls at the end of the match and says, "I'm not happy with how you played.
Yes.
I want to see you."
Yes.
Where was the chairman? Where's the meeting?
The meeting was going to be at Polokwane because we were staying at Polokwane.
How far is Polokwane from where you were?
45 minutes to 50.
40 to 50 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened?
Then when we go to Polokwane, there is a place called just forgot that place.
Mm.
Yeah. Then it's where we got the accident. I just saw myself on the floor. I don't know what happened. Then after that, then
So you're in the car with the rest of the players. How many players? What is it? A bus? A
was
taxi?
the bus. So we were 25. But then the time we got accident at the bus stop through 5 players. Then on that 5, I was part of them. Then it's only me who survived. Then 4 of them then we died. They died.
I mean, among those, the goal scorer on the day, Mojalif, I think, is the one that scored the goal.
Yes, the free kick. It's what they go.
You didn't even see the accident happen. You don't even know what happened. You just remember being on the floor.
Yeah, I just remember being in the floor, and at the same time I was having an injury on the head, so I was not a total. I just saw myself on the floor. Then I remember again saw myself at Mangwe Hospital going to X-ray. Then after that, then it was gone because I think they injured me because I was totally not okay. Then they transferred me to Polokwane Private.
When you're on the floor, what are you seeing around you? Where's your mind? What are you thinking? Are you seeing your teammates? Are you hearing anything?
The time I was on the floor. When I wake up, is Pulion Dulan who came to me because he saw me because it was 5 players. So he saw me, then he came to me. He said, "Hey, Scopa." Then he tried to make me stand up. Tried to hold my hand, and I try. I said no. Then after that, then I got a you know when I primary degree then. Yeah.
When did you find out that? When did the conversation happen with the doctors when they told you you'll never walk again? You'll never play football again?
They told me at here at Pitoro because I stayed at Polokwane for 10 days, 5 days in ICU, then 5 days. Then when change when then after that then transfer to Pitoro, then I go recover. Then got what we should show what is happening. This injury, how many years or recover? Am I still going to walk? Am I still going to play? Then Ompojori Semaraka. Yeah, Ompojori get 3 years or recover. Then Ganonora. Yeah, on a
Once again, what I want.
I can only like I'm going and Taraban because it can I'm told to because can you can need on. Yeah. Because you can move your lab and one like Hono compare everything or not inside. Then until giving it legal aspect, then one check go over Liverpool chair of inside. Because when you carry this injury, how many years? This injury, how many years recover? Then told me 3 to 5 years. Yeah.
And it's been 10 years now.
And it's been 10 years. I'm still on the wheelchair and I'm enjoying myself.
When did you first hear Hore Homotso, Mweketi, Mujalefa, Koketso passed on?
After the time I was lying down, some of the players, they were passing from me saying Sylvester Mbagazana, then Baba Mainshane, then regularly go when I was at ICU at Polokwane. Then when my father and my mom come, then I asked them about the kids in Mbagazana. I told them it is true this players passed on, but no, they are all alive, because they were thinking maybe I'll be affected or but I hear the players telling me that they passed away. But I asked my father and my mom, they refused to say no, they're still alive until they told me they tell me the truth when I was at Pretoria that they passed away. We still want you to be okay, so that we can tell you the truth.
How did that affect you? Did it affect you because they were scared? It will affect.
Huh?
Did it affect you because they were scared, knowing that the players that passed on would affect you? These are your friends. These are people that you've played with. These are people that you shared dreams with.
It did affect me a lot, because my boys and especially Sylvester Mbagazana, they're coming from same place, even Jale from Put, all of them are my boys. So I can make a senior or I can do all the time. Can plan all the time. Fair. So in that you know, even though the one that be aware is very painful. And I was used to visit her mom why, so one day I can visit her, then get out of that. It is usually even Molenge, even Lempagets and I can usually can net list so I just stopped visiting her. Then I was just calling her, sugar mama, that's what happens until the one I got to move back out.
If you're just joining us, it is Sports Unamplified with Andile. It's a throwback Thursday. We're going back 10 years ago to a story that needs to get told, because the man that sits opposite me now, one of the strongest characters that we've been speaking to on a regular on this show, wants his story to be heard, but also we're going to be speaking about the things that he's doing now, that wherever that you might be, whatever it is that you might be doing, perhaps you can get involved in the many things that he does now. But firstly, let's get into the story. A sad story of South African football. A forgotten story of South African football. Forgotten by many, except those families that lost their children, that have their children today. Sitting across from me, here he is, Kopano Sekgobela, who played his last 19 minutes against FCAK on that day. Injured. You know, the human spirit is something that you will never understand. This man sitting across from me now, in this entire conversation, is excited to tell us about the things that he's busy with, and we'll get to that because he really wants us to know. But firstly, let's take some of your calls. Let's go to Jimmy. Go, Michael. Hey, Boylan. Come on. He's right here.
Oh, look, man. I can stay like that.
Thank you, Jimmy Gomaka. Let's move on to Katahom, where Deboho is. Deboho. Hey. No, strong. Talk to me. Ah, that is beautiful. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Kopano, I promise you that. What are you doing right now? What is it that you want people to know right now?
Okay.
Busy.
Second busy okay. Foundation everything Tiamo agency. Okay, an academy. So it's a mission plan team and manager. Yeah.
So you're getting players, you're managing players, and you want to put them into professional football.
Into professional football, and now we already have 7 players in DC and
So if I'm a player and I want to be represented by Kopano, where do I go? How do I find you? What's the guy?
More phone over here. It's a phone. Phone or social media.
Lebo mango social media. You know like a Kopano fan.
Tiamo agency Kopano Sekgobela. Go Facebook Kopano Sekgobela. Mara go Facebook on the Tiamo agency. Mara go Facebook on the Kopano Sekgobela. Twitter Kopano Sekgobela. Instagram Kopano Sekgobela.
So Kopano Sekgobela, that's the man on social media. Go find him. Tiamo agency is what's come from this. It's a phoenix that's risen from what many thought were ashes. He's found his calling in football. And yes, it's not him playing it anymore, but it's him being involved nonetheless. South Africa to Lidiche. Umo radio. Unyago horeng mo.
Because no Andile everything you read ranger create like young players. Ranger was sent them to Cape Town what happened in Dongolong Garena and interested to Manu that Good Friday. So no hope anyone I got support as an agency. Yeah. And to Mulinga support.
Tiamo agency, we appreciate you for telling your story. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for being brave. And thank you for realizing that your life was beyond just what you could do with your feet. The most important thing still stands, and that's you. Kopano, you've inspired many today. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Andy.